I interviewed a guy a couple weeks ago who's a cardiologist, and he has done 25,000 heart surgeries. Okay, and this last week I interviewed Cyril Wecht. I don't know if you guys know who Cyril Wecht is. Cyril Wecht is a #1 pathologist in America. He's the guy that he's done 21,000 autopsies, okay, brains, and he supervised 41,000 of it. You know what's part of his game? Is to hold brains and to deal with dead people. You know what's a part of a cardiologist's job? Unfortunately, his job is to sometimes go to families and say, what? We lost your father. We lost your auntie. We lost your mom. We lost your dad. We lost your husband. We lost your wife. We lost your kid. And guess how many times? He said the first time you do it, painful. 10th time, painful. 50th time, painful. By the 500th time, it's the career you chose. Some surgeries don't go right. And you have to go deliver the news. I'm sorry, but we lost your father. You ever seen the movie John Q, where the whole heart thing, and you saw one of the heart surgeons in the movie John Q with Denzel Washington, where the way the doctor speaks, he's so logical. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Yes, okay, so here's what we got going on. We got this. And the way they speak is very matter of fact. And the rest of the world is like, what a cold mother, you know what? How could you be this cold? This is someone's life. Because that's his job. His job is people die, okay? And the first one sucks. The 5th one sucks. The 10th one sucks. By the 50th one, it's the career you chose, right? Okay. Well, what does that have to do with you? In football, when there's a massive injury in a game, players psychologically get afraid. If you look at football, like coaches and great coaches in that moment have to get their players to realize this is the game we signed up for. You could get hurt. But if you play right, you're not. If you play afraid of being injured, the chance of you getting injured goes higher. If you play as if you're not going to get injured, the chance of you getting injured goes lower. That moment, what the coach tells his athletes is what gets the players to go back out there and play. After a guy just broke his leg, he's gone for 1 year. It's that fear, right? Kobe came back after having the whole Achilles heel, and how does he go back? It's the game we signed up for, and the game we all signed up for is what? It's called life. People are going to die. If you play the game of business, there's going to be enemies. There's going to be people that want to see you go out of business. It's a part of life. So I don't want to seem like I'm not being empathetic or sympathetic. Believe me, I cried when I'm sitting there and watching my wife cry. Of course I cry. It's painful. I get it. But we signed up and we're in this life, okay? And however many years ago, all our parents conceived. And 9 months later, we're here. Some of us are accidents, some of us are intentional. But guess what? We're now here, okay? And we got around 80 years to see what we can do with our lives. Nothing's guaranteed. We got to give our best. But I want you to know, and this message goes to everybody, is brace for impact. There's going to be some bad things that are going to happen to you in 2021. Not trying to be negative. There's going to be some bad things that are going to happen to you. There's going to be some things that are going to happen to you that you don't know about. My dad's 78. He's not going to live to 100 years old. Something's going to happen to me. I'm no longer 22. I'm 42. Okay? I got 3 kids. They're going to get into a fight, injury, something like that. I don't have 1 kid. I don't have 0 kids. I told a guy the other day when the whole Jack Ma was being kidnapped in China, and they're saying, is he kidnapped? Is he this? Is he that? What happened to Jack Ma? I say, you know what's one of the biggest mistakes people make in life that gives an automatic control to politicians to be able to manipulate you for the rest of your life? What's that? Having kids. Why? Because if people want to really hurt you, they go straight to what? Kids. Like in politics. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen to your kids. How did they eliminate the Kennedy family? They went straight after their kids. So what's the point? We all made the decision to be married. If we are, your heart's going to be broken. If you have kids, something could happen to your kid. If you eat the food and it's too much sugar, bad diet, you may have something to do with your heart. Everything is a decision that we're making. And we got to do our best to live with this. Now, here's also some guaranteed news about 2021. There's going to be some great things that are going to happen to you in 2021. New surprises. You're going to meet someone new that you didn't know before that's going to change your life. A new friend, a new contact, a new client, a new salesperson, a new employee. something good's going to happen. A lot of good's going to happen to you. And that's going to happen every single year for the rest of our lives until it's time for us to go away. That's kind of how life works. But if you wake up every morning afraid that, you know, what if this, what if that, and oh my gosh, sorry me, feel sorry for me, you are going to stunt so much of your growth, because that's not going away. And everybody else in the world is dealing with their own set of problems. I read a quote one time: 80% of people could care less about your problems. 20% of people are glad you have them. Very simple. 80% could care less about your problems. 20% of your people are glad you have them. Exes, former friends, former employees, former workers are glad you're getting new problems. You got to live your life, and you do your best, and good things will happen to you. So you just got a sneak little peek from an episode that I did in this video. If you want to see the full episode, click over here to watch the entire episode. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Take care, everybody.